Tonight on EA Sports, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Dolphins, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his man Cruz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Off the play fake, Dickinson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On first down, Dickinson. It's complete to Cruz. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cruz. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Shepard. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete.
Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. And even 90 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packers offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dickinson. This is Shepard on the catch. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
10 cycles. Check, man. Red, yellow. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go again. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Charles, what a start here for them in this game. Still in the first quarter, a sizable lead and pitching a shutout on the other side is their defense.
The game plan is certainly in effect, isn't it? Working awfully well on the offensive side of the ball. They keep compiling points, and the defense playing with a lot of confidence and shutting them out thus far.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Dickinson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dickinson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards. I don't think the coverage was the problem. The coverage was pretty good.
The coverage was excellent, but what quarterbacks love to do, if they see the head of the defender away from the line of scrimmage, like if they see the back of his helmet, they throw the football to the receiver with the understanding he'll make a play on the ball a little bit quicker than the defensive back can recover.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Franklin. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shepard, and he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down. Dickinson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On the give, this is their fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35. To nothing now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw on 2nd down. Dickinson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cruz. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Packer first down.
Off play action. Dickinson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dickinson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football. And make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Miami set to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also seven extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, is really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Check safety, check safety. Check. Hey, go Fury. Check. Check hot. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, fullback touchdowns have become rare. We just saw 2 of them by the same guy here.
And if you had him on your fantasy team, I'm hanging out with you now for stock tips.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. Dickinson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On third down, Dickinson. He finds his man, complete. It's Cruz. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Watkins, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Both players had a shot at getting the football there. Just seemed like he wanted it more.
And able to react a little bit quicker because he understood what the route was. He understood the timing of when the quarterback might throw the football. The defensive backs often a half-second behind.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. The 49ers with a much-needed win to keep their season afloat as they push their record to 2-4 with the win. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. The Rams looking very much like an early Super Bowl favorite as they run their record to 5-1 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
Go, Reed, go. Watch the back. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Dickinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards. And it has been a career full of milestones, but add another right here as he has just gone over 80,000 passing yards now for his career. 80,000, Charles.
You know what's probably flashing in his mind right now? All the great players, coaches that have surrounded him and helped him get to where he is right now to reach this type of a number. Not to mention his incredible talent.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw on third down. Dickinson, he finds his man, complete. It's Cruz. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Throw left side, complete. That's Lane. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down now, it's Weaver, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On first down, Weaver to the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Miller. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run on first down. Woodson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They run the counter. It's Weaver. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out to his left. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, we get it. They're trying to make something happen here this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Dickinson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Up the middle they go. Woodson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
On 1st and 10, Dickinson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Dickinson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Back to the air on second down. Dickinson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Dickinson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it at the 42. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
He's going to go up top again. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll try again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer off. Offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dickinson out to the right here to Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Dickinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cruz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back to throw. Dickinson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass. Brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored up.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man.
That's Parks. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packers offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins, and he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Woodson.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.